All right, welcome everyone to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Wednesday, March 22nd, 2017. So today, very much a continuation of yesterday. We had the moon in Sagittarius yesterday, and so very much the same here today, perhaps feeling a bit free-spiritedness. That's really the theme of Sagittarius. Maybe adventurousness, whatever that might mean for you personally. Maybe it's just going outside, going for a walk, getting a bit of that fresh air. But some of us might be learning, maybe higher learning, spirituality, philosophy, or sharing our own personal worldview with others as well. So very good for that open mind, very good for that free-spirited energy. So with that, there is a lot of internal intuitive stuff still going on. The Sun, Venus, and Mercury are all in Pisces, which is all about that dreamy, intuitive energy. So the key with Pisces is really about surrendering, letting go, detaching, and finding the true peace and tranquility that arises there. And then through that, again, insight and information can certainly come in. So that's been the theme, and I think very good to continue with that. But the moon is going to be forming a T-square here today as she was yesterday. It's going to be involving a conjunction with Pluto, so there might be a bit of depth, or wanting a bit of depth in our life. Could be good for research, intimacy, openness, things like that. But the moon is going to be squaring up to Jupiter and Uranus, which means there might be a bit of pendulum swing with the emotions, which we'll talk about how to work with that in healthy ways, and also maybe wanting to break free. Wanting to make some revolutionary changes in the day or with the routine, something like that, feeling limited with that Uranus. So let's go ahead and look at this in more detail when we return. All right, so there it is, the moon in Sagittarius. Again, very good for that open mind, adventurousness, free-spiritedness. That'll help us feel nice and emotionally rooted with the moon. But in terms of our theme of the day, there could be matters relating to Sagittarius today, spirituality, philosophy, maybe our life path. And again, I think just things relating to us cultivating that open mind and adventurous spirit. So again, Pisces, yes, a very internal time. We have the Sun, Venus, Mercury all here. This is really about being present, and then through the presence, gaining insight, getting intuition, but also flowing, letting go of everything outside of our immediate control, and finding the flow of life and flowing in that direction. So that's been very important, still important here today. Mars, though, interestingly, in Aries. While all that watery stuff's going on, Mars in Aries is very good for getting things done. Very good for that independence, our personal needs, our personal wants, and pursuing them. So anything that does require action, taking steps, we could have very good confidence and motivation, perhaps, when it does involve knowing what we want and how to actually get what we want. Whatever that might be, it might be for yourself, it might be for others, whatever the purpose is, but it's definitely about what we want and how to pursue that and attain that when Mars is in Aries. So within the context of those placements, we do have this T-square that I was talking about from yesterday. And here today, maybe in the first half, is mostly where it's at. Feeling a bit deep. The moon's going to go over Pluto. So there's a transformation of the day. I think probably coming into it feeling quite refreshed, especially with the moon sextile Chiron kind of in orb there. But usually after a conjunction with Pluto, or any aspect with Pluto, we sort of feel transformed. So what happens after the transformation process? So I think we're willing today to connect on a deeper level, to see the deep truth of life, whether that's in your work, maybe you're getting into some deep research, or you're just uncovering some things. Maybe it's in your relationships. A bit of intimacy and openness in your relationships can be very powerful as well. So whatever it is, though, connecting to life on a deeper level, on an intimate level, and in Sagittarius, particularly on a level that, again, expands our horizons and frees us up to cultivate whatever it is that we feel like is that spirit for life. Now, the squares here, Jupiter. Square to Jupiter does suggest there can be some pendulum swinging with the emotions. Sometimes an over extreme of Jupiter is too much expansion, too much hope, even too much positivity, optimism. Believe it or not, that can be the case. Sometimes we can overextend ourselves, or even create illusions, or that type of projection into the future about things. So if you're feeling it on that side of it, I think extra attention on the self can help balance that out. But there might even be an under extreme, and for some of you to be more so of this, maybe not enough hope, not enough optimism, right? Not enough seeing the potentials. So remembering that Jupiter is retrograde, Jupiter is in Virgo, which does mean that right now, first of all, with the retrograde, it's supposed to be more internal and reflective in terms of what these possibilities are. So when we're seeing the potentials, or we're seeing that life path, that worldview, what's on the horizon, this is all supposed to be more internal. All of the more expansive stuff is now retrograde. It's more internal, and we're supposed to be reconsidering this. So knowing that, and just excuse me, being adaptive and flexible, right? And just seeing that life might be taking us into a new direction, or there's some things we're learning right now that's going to play a role later once Jupiter goes direct in June. So learning, being flexible, being adaptive, being willing to maybe rework some things with Virgo can be very good with that square, and really help balance things out with that. Excuse me. So that's the square to Jupiter. The square to Uranus does suggest maybe a bit of wanting freedom. All right, so this is the blocked kind of energy. Maybe feeling a bit restricted for whatever reason, maybe in the routine. Wanting to, again, have some freedom that we may feel like we need to take some action to cultivate. So it is good to take the action, the square, but again, with moderation and balance, we do want to watch any extremes of impulse with a square to Uranus. We can sometimes feel a bit irritable, right? That's again, it's that kind of bottlenecking sort of energy. And yeah, that type of rashness. So with extra attention, and again, Uranus is in Pisces, so it is really about being present. And that's really the sort of intuition I'm getting about the day, is really focusing on the healthy qualities of Pisces, which is, in this case with Uranus, the freedom of letting go, the freedom of peace, of having tranquility once we've surrendered and let go. That's what Uranus and Pisces has been helping us do. And again, bringing in a bit of presence into our daily life. Spiritual activities can be fantastic. Meditation, prayer, yoga, whatever it is that helps you connect to that now moment. And in that way, finding the true freedom that does exist in every now moment. All right. So that's the day in a nutshell. And again, there might be some healing taking place on a minor note. Again, feeling a bit refreshed, but yeah, that's the day. As we go into tomorrow, there'll be some more T-square energy, but it'll be involving Mercury. That'll have more to do with our mind and communication and correspondence, which I'll talk about. But today, I think it can be a very constructive day of, again, reworking those potentials, seeing those possibilities, but maybe reflecting on them, learning about them, maybe bringing in a bit of freedom in our life, freedom of peace, of tranquility, of surrender. And of course, in all this Moon and Sagittarius energy, accessing all in all, just a more open mind, free-spirited mind in life can be very good. All right. So hope you guys have an awesome day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.